Hello guys, welcome back to my platform once again. Now we're going to be talking about the losses that we've had so far in the past month of June 2024. I think this time around a lot of people have been lost in the sea while trying to cross the Mediterranean to Italy. And also on the other side, people who are also trying to cross the Atlantic Ocean also have lost their lives. So these two updates is what has brought me here. Now, if you look here, you are going to see that 90 dead or missing in central Mediterranean in June. So in June alone, 90 people lost their lives in the central Mediterranean, either trying to cross from Tunisia or Libya. Okay, 90 people. Just imagine in 1 month, in June alone. All right. Now, keep that aside. We are going to talk about it in details. Then we went to the Atlantic side. Then you see that 89, almost the same figure. We have at least 89 people died after their boat sank near Ndiago in southern Mauritania earlier this week, according to local authorities. And 89 people confirmed dead. You can see that. You can see that. So this is a very sad news. 89. So we are losing more people than people who are surviving that very perilous journey. You see that? We are losing more people than, the survivors. Very, very sad indeed. So let me quickly give you full details of what's happening there. Okay, let me give you full details. Now, when we go to that of the Central Mediterranean, here we have Roma, 5th of July, 2024. They said that the United Nations Agency for Refugees, UNHCR, identified 90 migrants among those dead or missing in Central Mediterranean in June, according to the Italian news agency ANSA. This is equivalent to 3 people a day. 3 people a day. Although this figure represents an underestimation because it is based on the information collected by the personnel present at the moment of disembarking operations on Italian coast. So it is the Italian Coast Guard information that they are using, the people maybe who have arrived there, that gave these figures. It is not because it was properly confirmed. So the figures could be higher. The figures could be higher. It's not confirmed. The figures could be higher. When people die there, it's always very difficult to get the actual figure of people that have lost their lives in that very incident. Now, they said that the figure is an underestimation. The majority of the victims are those who left on boat from Bodrum and Turkey. 66 official number of reported deaths, 24 still missing. Now, among the victims, they said that 12 bodies were identified by the Sea Watch NGO plane called Seabird to the north of Tripoli. The bodies were recovered by the NGO ships Joe Barent and Ocean Viking during the second weekend of the month. On 17th June, 54 survivors disembarked on the island of Lampedusa. They had survived a shipwreck of a wooden boat coming from Zuwara in Libya. So take note of this, because a lot of people will always be in my DM asking, oh, my person, my brother, my friend, or whatever, my relative left on the so date. So I'm giving you specific date now. This is on 17th of June. 54 survivors disembarked on the island of Lampedusa. So they must have left either on 15th of June, and their boat capsized. Then 54 people survived and the rest were lost. Okay. They have survived the shipwreck of a wooden boat coming from Zuwara in Libya. 10 bodies suffocated below deck due to explosion of a petrol tank. Okay. So that's how some of the people died there. On the same day, 11 survivors from a shipwreck on the Ionian Sea of the southern Italian coastline were disembarked in Rochella. Jonica in Calabria, including one dead body. After the engine exploded, the boat that had left from Bodrum in Turkey capsized at 110 nautical miles from the Italian coast. The survivors resisted for 4 days at sea before being rescued. A total of 41 dead bodies were recovered, while 24 people were still missing as at when the rescue had happened. Okay, so majority of arrivals were registered in Lampedusa. According to the United Nations Refugee Agency, the total number of people who arrived on the Italian coast in June was slightly under 4,700. This figure aligns with that of the previous month of 4,976, which means May. 4,976 people had arrived in May. Okay, in January, February, March, and April, the number of arrivals was 2,258. That was for January. 2,301 for February. 6,857 for March, and 4,721 in April, respectively. The people arriving on the Italian coast in June had departed from Libya, Tunisia, and Turkey. So within these 3 countries, that's where we got this figure of people who had died in June, 90 people. However, in June, Libya was the primary country of departure for sea arrivals in Italy, accounting for 66% of the total number of arrivals. A total of 61% of those who arrived in June disembarked in Lampedusa. Other ports that registered arrivals included Rochella, Ionica, Genova, Augusta, and the Catania. Since the beginning of the year, the main nationals of those arriving have been Bangladesh, 21%, Syria, 15%, Tunisians, 13%, Guineans, 8%, Egypt, 6%, Pakistan, 4%, the Gambia, 3%, Mali, 3%, Sudan, 3%, and the Ivory Coast, 3%. So these are the countries that make up the majority of arrivals in Italy in the month of June. Okay, guys, so that's the update. Let me quickly go to the other part to tell you what is going on there. Then let's take you to here, where you have 89 migrants confirmed dead after their boat capsized off Mauritania. All right, so let's see how it happened. But before I do that, guys, please, if you are sending money to Nigeria from any country like UK, USA, UAE, EU, and Canada, please try and use tap send. Their rates are very high if you're sending money to Nigeria. And if you use my promo code, which you can see on the screen there, which is Critics News, they are going to give you £5 extra on your money, 5 euros for those in Europe, $10 for those in USA, or Canadian dollars too, for those in Canada, and 25 AED for those in Dubai or United Arab Emirates. Okay, so that's a good deal about this. Please try and use my promo code, which is Critics News. And if you are using another app, you can also try this one. You will see the rate before you transfer. You can download it from App Store or Play Store. So whether it's an iPhone or an Android phone, you are welcome. It's in their stores. Okay, so very easy to use. Very just input your phone number and off you go. If you have any questions about that, please drop it on the comment section. I'm gonna respond to that. Okay, so away from there, I'm supposed to be talking about this one, time fast spent. Okay, I'll be talking about these 89 migrants that were confirmed dead from in Mauritania after their boat capsized on the next news update. I don't want to be making the videos to be too long, because most times people tend to tell us, oh, I don't want the videos to be too long, you know, to save your time. All right, so see you on the next one. Please share the video to create awareness so that our people will know the risks involved before they take the perilous journey. That is how it is. Imagine losing 90 people. May their souls rest in peace. Amen.